DreAllDay.com.
Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Let's talk about accurate formulas. I told you I was going to talk about this in my next video. And this is something that, again, I got a whole episode of my podcast coming on this, but I'm just doing a quick version here for all y'all just to whet your appetite for what's coming. Is, first of all, we got to understand an accurate formula means having a process. It means having a strategy. It means having a system. And this does not necessarily mean it has to be for a business or some big deal situation. Accurate formula simply means when you do X, you get Y. That's an accurate formula, meaning when you do X, every time you perform X, the result is Y. That's an accurate formula. What I want all of you to understand is that to succeed in life, it is possible, though not probable, but possible, that if you don't have any accurate formulas or you're not aware of any accurate formulas, you just randomly do stuff, you could become a success just by randomly doing stuff. And there are times in all of our lives, you've probably had it happen before. I know I've had it happen when I did not have an accurate formula to produce a result. So I just did random stuff and I was able to achieve success through randomness. With no accurate formula, I just randomly did a bunch of stuff. And then I was able to figure out what worked, and that worked for me. That can work for you. All right, so this has happened in the past. It will happen for somebody out there, right? For example, when I was trying to play overseas basketball, I didn't know how to play. I didn't know how to get on. I didn't know what steps to take or anything like that because there wasn't any information out there on how to do it. Most of the information on how to play overseas basketball to this very day was written by me, and then a whole bunch of people who just copied my shit. That's just real, true story. Look it up, Google it. But anyway, I just did a whole bunch of random stuff. I was able to figure out what worked, and that's how I came up with a formula. Then once I had the formula, then here's what I did. Now I just used the same formula that I knew worked. I basically deconstructed my success, and then I just copied the same thing over and over and over and over again. So that's how you create an accurate formula. Sometimes you got to do random stuff so you can figure it out because you don't know where to begin. But once you get to the point that there is a formula to create a success, then your job is to follow the formula and do it over and over and over again. Many people are out here operating by randomness, no formulas whatsoever, let alone an accurate formula, and then you wonder why you're not getting the outcomes that you want. To get an outcome, you must follow a formula. Now, here's another thing you got to understand. There's more than one formula that can produce a specific result. So if you want to have big muscles, there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's how many different trainers are there out there in the world? Now, a lot of them are very good, and they all have different methods for you getting big muscles. Your job is just figure out which formula do you want to follow, but understand you do need to be following a formula, one that actually works and produces a result. This matters a whole lot because this goes to the bigger idea of accountability. See, many of you, when you think about accountability, you're thinking about what? Accountability is like, let me show up every day, do my job, do what I'm supposed to do, make sure I'm checking the boxes. When we think accountability, we think about ourselves. But accountability also extends to your processes. So if I say, like, for example, if I turn on the GPS right now in my vehicle and I'm driving, and I say, take me to 4th Street, the GPS is going to give me directions. The directions to get from where I'm at to 4th Street is a formula. And if that formula doesn't get me to 4th Street, then that means this formula is inaccurate. That means I need to change the directions because it gave me an inaccurate map to get to where I wanted to get to. So accountability is not just about what you do for yourself. It's also about the process that you follow. Your process needs to be held accountable to make sure it's producing the result that you want. So if you hire a trainer and the trainer says, all right, here's the workout plan, here's the nutrition plan, do all this, and you're going to lose 20 pounds and have big muscles, and then you do it, but you don't lose 20 pounds and you don't have big muscles, that means the formula is inaccurate. Or it means you did not show up with accountability and do what the formula told you to do. One or the other. Something was messed up there. It's either the formula didn't work or you didn't work, but it can't be both. Or it has to be one or the other. Let's just say that. That's a better way of saying it. So accountability is not just about you, it's also about your process, but it's also understanding that accurate formulas always produce the same results. I talked about this in episode 2013 of my podcast. The same things, the same way, every time. That episode is on YouTube, so if y'all didn't see that and y'all watching on YouTube, make sure you go check that on YouTube. Again, it's called The Same Things, the Same Way, Every Time. It's one of the baseline understandings of the entire work on your game philosophy is that we do things that are duplicatable over and over and over again, produce the exact same result. And you want to take yourself to another level from wherever you're at. You're always looking for another formula. You're looking for another accurate formula that can take you to a higher position than where you're at right now. All you got to do is find another formula that can actually produce that result. So for you, here's the question that I want you to ask yourself. Are you operating by accurate formulas, and how do you know? How do you know the formulas that you're working by right now are going to produce the outcomes that you want? And do you have measurable outcomes that you can say that allow you to both hold your process accountable, and do you have formulas so that you can hold yourself accountable to make sure you're actually executing on both? I got a full episode, a couple episodes as a matter of fact. I think I got like 3 or 4 that didn't come out on YouTube yet that are coming. They already recorded, that are coming about accuracy of formulas. Inaccuracies and accuracies are coming very soon if you haven't seen them already. So make sure you are subscribed and all that good stuff, so you catch all of this game that I'm giving you here. So with all that said, 2 things for you to do. First of all, text me. Get my daily motivation text. My number is 305-384-6894. And second, go to my university, workonyourgameuniversity.com. Links down below. So you can join me in my Bulletproof Mastermind. That's my group coaching program, and my 3rd day mastermind. That's my one-on-one coaching program, so that we can take your game where it actually needs to be through systems, strategies, and formulas, not just randomly doing stuff, working hard and believing in yourself as if you're just going to manifest success just by effort. That does not work. I know somebody told you that. They were lying. They didn't know what they were talking about. Actually, they weren't lying. They thought they knew what they were talking about, but they don't. I'm going to help you out with all that. That link is down below in the description. Work on your game. Dre all day.